Hello, hello. How is everyone? Yes, hello. Today is my birthmas, and I've been a slack ass all day, and I've done nothing but watch TV and play Breath of the Wild. So, figured I'd do a nice dinner for me and Joshua tonight. Too big. Oh, let's get some on anyway. Gonna be doing chicken scallopini. The lid right on there. Now, essentially what this is it's like a chicken in like a butter, white wine, caper sauce. It's really, really yummy, yummy. I quite love it. Then we're going to cook all the chicken, then we're going to make the sauce, of course, put the chicken back in the sauce, let it cook for like, blah, blah, blah. It'll be fully cooked before we put it back in the sauce. So, that's something to really be concerned with. I have some onions on the back burner right here on a low heat caramelizing because I want to use them in my risotto. The risotto is the time-consuming thing. I'm going to get that started now because it does take about 6.5 fucking years. So, let me find a good, this will be a good risotto pan. This is arborio rice. This is the best rice for making risotto. You can use any rice you have. I don't really recommend it. I recommend using arborio. It is a little more expensive, but it's a short grain. It is super fucking starchy and just amazing. So, we're not going to wash it because we want the starch. The starch is going to help us get a nice creamy, 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 delicious flavor. Let's go ahead and get that turned on. Where's my butter? Get a little bit of butter in here. This is going to be a nice, rich sauce, dish, whatever. Couldn't think of the fucking words. Y'all, again, words are hard. So. But, yeah, just want to move this around, make sure nothing, tries to burn. We want to toast it just a little bit. Basically get the butter melted. Then we're going to start adding some wine to it. We're going to add about a cup of wine. In 2 different portions. That's going to cook down. Then once it's cooked down, we're going to go ahead and put it back. We're going to start adding more liquid to it. Now, I'm not seasoning this at all, simply because I have some chicken stock cubes in here that I was heating up. So we get some nice hot water. Do that some more. I have salted butter. Those stock cubes are salty as fuck. So I think it'll end up beautiful. And I'm going to hit it with some lemon at the end. Had a nice little bright, like sharpness to it. Traditionally when you do rice, you just put 1 part rice, 2 parts liquid, like water in a pot, bring it to boil, put a lid on it, set it in the back, move it on with your life on the lowest setting your oven can do. And it's done in like 20 minutes. So, this takes about 30 minutes. You are going to be constantly cooking and stirring. And what you're doing is by rubbing all the rice pieces together, you're breaking off tiny little bits of them here and there, which is basically essentially doing something like a rice flour, which is going to help thicken it. You want that thickness. We're going to hit it with some parmesan at the end too, but you don't have to. You can actually make this 100% vegan just by using olive oil instead of butter. I'm not vegan. I like butter. But yeah, always if you're using like stock or something like that, season at the end so you can control it. But pretty much a cup of wine and 5 cups of stock are going to go in this thing. They're just going to go in additions. This isn't necessarily a quick dish. This butter is taking this damn sweet time to melt. Get y'all out here. Come here. Make a little swell for you. There. Push this down. Focus on this butter for just a second. Because it wants to be an asshole. How high is the heat? That's not that high. But a medium high. There we go. Now the butter is nice and melted. Get it all mixed up and incorporated in. Get all those grains super bubbly and delicious. Again, 1 cup arborio. Oh, it's starting to smell kind of nutty. That's what you're going for. About half a cup of wine. The alcohol will complete the cook-off. This is an entirely optional step. You don't have to do it. I prefer to do it. Like, I love cooking with wine. And my boss actually gave us this bottle of wine the other day from work because she said that they weren't counting it and they were going to toss it. She's like, you can probably use it. I'm like, hell yeah, I can. I'll make risotto on my birthday. So, yeah, this looks like it's mixed with like cream at this point because it's so thick and just like so creamy. That's the only real word I can think to use. Just give these onions a good stir back here. Yeah, you don't want it on high, but you want like a medium high. A good 7, 6.5, 7. You know, when you can move it around the pan like this and it doesn't like fall back immediately, time to add some more wine. There's the cup of wine. Stir, stir, stir. Now this is cooking the rice at the same time. It's just the constant agitation is what's going to make it super creamy and delicious. Oh, I can't wait. I love risotto. I was watching one like the, what was it? The Next Food Network Star kind of thing. And they had to cook a meal out of what they had in their house for like Wolfgang Puck and all the judges and fun stuff like that. It was really cool. And this lady, I forgot her name, decided she was going to do risotto because they had the stuff apparently. And she puts the plate of risotto in front of Wolfgang Puck. And he is like, this is not risotto. I will show you risotto. Come with me. And she's like, huh? Okay, yes sir. Yes chef. And she went in and he gave her a quick lesson on how to make a proper risotto because he said what she put in front of him was not risotto. And they were all just keeping their cool. And the second he like walked away and got out of the frame, she looked at the camera and just started crying her fucking eyes out about how embarrassed she was. I'm like, girl. Honestly, a cooking lesson from Wolfgang Puck, like, oh my god, personal lesson from Wolfgang Puck. Like, he comes to you, yeah, you can't really put a price on that shit. But, oh, god, she was broken. It was like the best day. Yeah, see how it's like sticky? Like kind of stick together? Yeah. Okay. Just add about a cup of this. Stir, 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 stir. Okay, come over here real quick. Got chicken breast in my little Ziploc baggie. I had it in the freezer. Quick hack. Open a tiny hole in it right there. Like not a lot. Put it on your cutting board. And now you can actually use it in the bag to pound it out flat because we want it to be nice and flat for the scallopini. So just We're going to use lemon. We're going to finish it with the basil butter. We're going to do some of the, I'm going to toss us some sun-dried tomatoes, the sauce, and the risotto. It's just going to be simple lemon risotto. You can, of course, add mushrooms if you like. I love a good mushroom risotto, but again, my husband's going to be eating this. He can't eat the mushrooms, so woe is me. But yes, get this pounded nice and flat. We're just going to split this one breast. So we'll turn this down just a smidgen because you want it to cook a while. Let's check my onions back here. Turn. Okay, lid is on securely. Yes, it is now. And all that moving around and bubbling is going to again help make it really, really good. I'm going to put some garlic in there too. I'm pretty sure my mincer's clean. Hey Jeff! Who's messaging me? Okay, I'll get to him later. Go ahead and get my mincer, not my mincer, my microplane. It should be hot. Not in the dishwasher. Must have been clean. Yay! Fully cleaned. Still a little too much of a bubble, a little more of a bubble than I want it to be at. So go ahead. Well, there's probably not going to be a video tomorrow night, simply because Parks and Rec is having an episode tomorrow night. They have decided to come together, all the original cast, and do like a live stream from their homes or something. I need more information on it. All I saw was Amy Poehler talking about Parks and Rec on Thursday coming up, and I about lost my ever-loving fucking mind. So, huge fan of that fucking show. I worked at this place called Zoe's Kitchen a while back, and interestingly enough, when I got there, I found out that everybody in that building, like the entire kitchen staff, not only watched it obsessively, but loved that show. And it was like the best thing. We had 100 little inside jokes about it. We ended up getting a new manager who had never seen the show, and she... It was so fucking funny because she had no idea what we were talking about for like the first 2 weeks she was there. That I was actually working there when the show ended too, which is sad but beautiful. Although we couldn't talk about it for a few days once it ended because one of the guys didn't get a chance to see it because of his other job. But yeah, when they came back for that last season I was there, everybody was so excited. Oh. And that's like all we talked about. First thing we've ever really had in common with a bunch of straight motherfuckers. But get your chicken nice and pounded flat. Get some flour on a plate. You're going to flour both sides of the chicken. Now the fun part here is that you're going to flour it and then you're going to knock the flour off. Then you're going to put it in the pan. Because you don't want a lot of flour built up on it. You just want just a little bit, like a little hint of flour. Oh, this smells so fucking good. Garlic in there. I basically can lift it up and stir it long enough until it starts to burn me. I could use the pot holder that's sitting right here, or the dish towel that's sitting right there, or one of the 7 I have in here, but keeps me focused. Yeah, I love these stock cubes. They have so much flavor in them. Oh yeah, see how milky it is? You can see the bits of garlic in it too. Which honestly, if you see the little shavings of garlic, if you did decide to go ahead and like use the microplane on the garlic like I did, you'll see it now because it's only been a minute or two. Like you can't see it at all, but like there's a little piece right there. By the time this is done, that will have 100% disintegrated, and you'll never fucking see it again. You'll see the delicious like flavor. And I don't want to do too much. I know the stock cubes have some in them. That's why I'm not doing like 6 fucking things of garlic. And then I'm going to finish the scallopini with my garlic basil butter I made the other night. When I showed you how to do the compound butter, I'll be using some of that tonight as a finishing. Just want to get this done first. Okay. Alright. Do I have? I do. Hello, Jason. Let's get this. Get that out of there. Set that away. See, it's starting to like, try to clump up. That's how you know. You're essentially making rice, but you're using like 5 times the amount of liquid that you would ever use to make it. So, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Using my tongs to make sure that the flour is all over this. Scoop it up. Use a spoon or a fork, whatever. Fucking tongs are already dirty. Why not, right? And again, if you can like wash one less thing, why not? I mean, one of the main reasons I have tongs is for things like this. Like these, I don't mind washing at all. They can go anywhere in the dishwasher. Like you notice, a lot of the stuff I use is fairly small, just because it's easier to clean. Make sure you are constantly scraping the bottom of this pot and the sides, because they can start to stick. It's trying to stick on me now. Another cup. I'm actually pouring exactly 1 cup each time. That makes me feel kind of cool. Like, I love that shit. Woo. A little snippy splash. Okay. Now, I might not even need that last cup. We'll see. So, need to get some butter into my pan. I had a knife. It is. And this is still fine because this never touched the chicken. No, I'm seeing it dead. It's about to go in a fucking pan anyway, so who cares? Turn that on. Now I am about to have to wash my hands, so I need to get in my hands with this chicken here once this butter melts. Let's help this along and just shmurminer. Oh, let's throw in some cheap ass bread. Fuck it. I think it's $4.25. Yeah. Uh-oh. Our caramelized onions. Whoop, those are done. Just quick stir. Okay. Once this is nice and hot and the butter's all melted, and we'll hit it with a little bit of olive oil. Just not like that blend when I do scallopini. Helps keep the smoke points down and adds a nice little flavor. Go ahead and get this out of the way a little bit. I need to chop up some sun-dried tomatoes. Just a little handful, like a half a handful. You don't want a whole lot. You don't want anything like, you know, you don't want any predominant flavors. You want everything to work together in harmony. Like if you do like a lemon chicken, you expect a good punch of lemon, but if all you taste is lemon, then somebody didn't do the fucking job right. So, hey Jason, oh, there's somebody else, okay. Sorry. Or you're back, I don't know. I can't tell, I'm busy. But, turn this around because that's just getting heated right there. Here's a little oil. This a good stir around. So I'm about to have to use my hands. Okay. Got the chicken here. Just tapping it, like patting off any of the excess flour. Because again, I don't want it super covered in flour. I want a nice little dusting. There we go. When you're putting meat in, lay it away from you. Quick wash. Or wash from my northerners. My dog is like staring at me. Okay, now back to the risotto quickly. Okay. Alright. This is gonna go, it's gonna simmer for a couple minutes. Let's get a grain or two. Test it, because it should be just about done at this point. Almost there. Almost there. Sorry, I'm going to use the rest of this after all. That's fine. But arborio rice is a little bit more expensive than regular rice, but if you're going to put this amount of time and effort into doing something, you might as well get the stuff that'll give you the best, that'll yield you the best results. Because there's no sense in not, how do I say it? Don't use a cheap recipe you have and expect, like, you know, expect to get a Michelin star for your meal. It's not how it works. It can work like that because you can make some amazing things with cheap ass ingredients, but sometimes you just need to spend a little bit of extra money. Like that box was, I think, $5, and I got it at the expensive store, but it's 2 pounds, and that'll last us about a year because I make risotto about once a month, if that. So. The chicken should not be moved nor touched. We're letting it do its thing. You like lemon, sun-dried tomatoes, basil, white wine, all these are good. All these flavors work extremely well together. Like, I'm not trying to throw any curveballs or anything in here. I just want it to be simple and delicious. And you're not going to touch that chicken until it's been in there for at least 3 to 4 minutes, because you want to get a crust on it. You want to peek under and check on it, see how it's doing. That's fine. Just make sure you put it back down. Unless, oh yeah, this is ready. Lift that bad boy. backup tongs. So yeah, take it off the heat just a second to show y'all. Like, it's a beautiful color. The flour is getting just a touch dark, which is going to work in our favor, because we're going to pull this chicken out in just a minute, let it rest. While that's happening, we're going to make the sauce in the pan with like some cream, some butter, lemon, of course. Let's see, this is oozing out. Oh my god, just ASMR this. I can feel the crust on that, and it feels so good. Nice crunchy, crispy crust. It's not gonna be crunchy. Well, it'll be crunchy until I put it back in with the sauce, because the sauce is gonna, of course, soggy it up a good bit, but it's still gonna be phenomenal. And this way, next time you go to the store, you don't have to, next time you go out to eat, you don't have to spend $48 on chicken scallopini, because you can make it at home. Risotto, getting creamy thick. Go ahead and turn it down some. They're still going to cook out. There's still a good bit of liquid in here, but turn down and give it a chance to cook out. Turn this down. Give that another flip. This side got all nice and crusty. That's about done. Let me get a plate for this thing. Tiny plate. Okay. And this is done. This looks beautiful on all sides. Give it just a minute. Bring that out. Beautiful. This off the heat because it's burning. Right, wipe this out. Give that a quick wipe. Stir. Okay, now get the heat turned down on this to like next to nothing. Like nothing would be like 1, it's on about a 3.5. So next to nothing. There's going to be a good bit of residual heat in the pan already. Don't forget about that. Don't let it shock you. Remember, the chicken is still cooking too. Like, I know it's cooked to the right temperature because I've done this 68,000 fucking times. But you don't have to put a meat thermometer in it to get it to 165 to make sure your chicken is cooked all the way. So, if you want to do that, well, we don't want to grate the sticker into this, but I do want my zest. Oh, how's that in a second? Let me get the juice in here. The juice is the star. There we go. Star. It's like no heavy cream up in here, shit. Last up, fucking heavy grain. A good swirl around the pan. Go ahead and throw sun-dried tomatoes in there. That a good swirl. You'll notice the color changes like almost instantly, and I love it. Let's get our capers going. Nothing is trying to cooperate tonight. Like the capers and the briny liquid. Kill that heat. Oh, I may have just lost the seed. Hold on. It does happen. So, that though. That's fine. Is that it? Yes, it is. Come here, you little fuck. Ah, got him. Bastard.
Turning off the air and opening the door.
It's cold outside?
It's nice and cool and windy, and it's about to rain.
Oh, yum. Get this going. Again, I'm not too concerned with the seasoning in this, simply because I know that the, what is it? The butter's salted. It's not a lot, but it's, you know, it is salted. And I've still got the capers in there, which are super briny. And the lemon juice, which a lot of people use as a salt substitute, and that sharpness. So, the rest of those in there. Now that the heat's off, I'm going to add some butter. Just give it a mix. I'm going to hit it with some pepper in just a minute. I wanted like an emulsification of the butter. That's the best way I know to do this. Risotto is looking phenomenal. One, two, 4. Let's give this a good mixeroo or spinneroo, you want to call it. Let's get in here. Oh my God. Fuck yes. Oh, that is so fucking good. So our chicken back in there. See if I'm gonna fuck it all up. Ah, shit, that didn't work. That was not great, but oh well. Get my onions right here. Add those to the pot. Just slow and low on the onions. Gonna do some more zest from this lemon here. That's gonna get thrown away. I had another one, but it's on the floor, so I can't use it. Cause shit happens. Nice bit of juice in there. Stir, stir, stir. I need, because I am that guy, third pair of tongs. Just to get in here and, you know, scoop some of this on top. I'm going to cut this in half. Put some basil butter on it. Be ready to go in just a couple minutes. Actually, no. I'm going to put the basil butter in the risotto. This is the basil compound butter I did the other day. This basil and roasted garlic. I showed y'all how to do it. I made my own roasted garlic. Cut my own basil. I did not make my own butter because I'm not trying to spend that much money on this fucking shop. So, but yeah. Get that in there good. Some cheap bread. It's cheap, but we love it. Can you hear the sirens? It's been happening a lot since this whole COVID bullshit started. Coronavirus. Yeah. The butter, the basil. Oh, I turned the wrong fucking thing off. Oh well. No worries. The butter, basil, lemon. Yum. And this amazing butter sauce over here with capers and sun-dried tomatoes and oh, pepper. That's what it needed. Ugh. Take wet hands. You don't have to add the heavy cream to get an emulsification like I did. But if you don't, it breaks a lot easier. So, touch of heavy cream is a great little cheat. Stir, stir, stir. Once it gets all melted through here, I'm going to give it one final taste. I think I am going to put like one block of this in here. Because I like a theme, so I can get, you know, if I can get all the flavors to work, if I can get multiple flavors, or the same flavor in multiple parts of the dish, or multiple parts of the meal, then it helps it all come in together. Now, so y'all can see, without adding any Parmesan and just adding a little bit of butter, this is what I have. Like, look at this. How creamy that is. I haven't even added the parm yet. I'm going to, but yeah, doesn't fucking need it. Let's get you back in here. We used the rest of that thing of parm I had open for a thing yesterday, so open more parm. It's about an ounce. Get that in there, get it going. Yeah. That is the exact consistency I want. So, this over. Get that basil butter melting. Okay, now let's taste it. influx of viewers every time at like 7:45. Like everyone wants to see like the finished dish or something. Always. Hello, welcome, or welcome back. God. Y'all, like, holy fuck. Ugh. But, okay. You're trash, you're trash, you're trash.
You get viewers are trash.
I wasn't necessarily talking to you, viewers. I don't know you all enough to call you trash. I don't know who the hell's watching.
Oh, I do. You're trash.
But, shut up!
You're trash. Oh, you're definitely trash. Who let you in here?
But I'm going to go ahead and let my cheap-ass quick bread finish up baking. So then I'm going to go ahead and plate everything up. The risotto is screaming at me right now, but it's off, so that's fine. And yes, thank y'all for tuning in. You will see, of course, the finished dish down at the bottom in just a few minutes. Thanks.